Some fragrances or some DNAs of fragrance are so good that, of course, they can pull compliments from anyone. Here I have 5 of them. I mean, technically 6, but let's count it as 5. Big compliment pullers that have pulled genuine compliments for me before. Let's get into it. So the first one is like a 2-for-1. Here I have 2 clones of Angel's Share. Of kind of clone. This one is more of a clone. This one is more inspired by. But they share similarities. I mean, not just physically, obviously you see the bottles, but they are pretty interesting. So Cocktail Intense is a more direct approach. It generally tries to emulate what Angel's Share does. And that fragrance was very boozy, and it has that booziness inside it. It has a cognac note if you want, that booziness, that alcohol forward nature. Get this one. Reason these pull compliments, the fact that they are very warm, they are very cozy, and they are very pleasant in a way that, like, well, imagine you like the smell of whiskey or cognac, right? And some kind of like additional sweetness makes them very, very addictive in nature. So this one, Cocktail Intense from Fragrance World, this is very alcohol forward. As I said, it has a cognac note. If you want compliments and you're gonna wear this maybe on a date or whatever, works extremely well. I have had people coming close to me and trying to smell me. One of my colleagues specifically, but she did. So that's fair. Yeah, very delicious, but the quality of the packaging is meh. Comes with like a very big plastic cap. Not very interesting. But what matters is the juice. So Fragrance World. Cocktail Intense. Awesome. I forgot the name almost. Now, from the same, wheelhouse, from the same, school of thought, let's say, you have Khamrah. I have Khamrah Qahwa here with me. This one is one of the most popular fragrances in the world, still popular. And people say, well, last year it was more popular, obviously, but still very, very popular. Extremely sweet and boozy-ish. Yeah, but the difference here is that it doesn't have that alcohol forwardness. So it's not as alcohol forward as Cocktail Intense. It replaces all that alcohol with some kind of like a booziness that is not really forward. Instead, it's very sweet. It has praline and it has coffee. So if you like more, like alluring, that kind of like a very magnetic kind of scent, get this one. If you want something more pleasant and more, people pleasing, get this one. But they both come from the same idea. I guess both of them can get the job done for you. Awesome fragrances, honestly, both. Delicious, and they get the job done. They will pull a compliment, even if, of course, you're in the right situation. They can both work, and I would say any flanker or any kind of like a fragrance that is inspired by Angel's Share will also get the job done, as long as it's a high quality one, because the market is flooded with them, and that's it leaves an open gap for people who don't make very nice fragrances and want, of course, a piece of the pie. But these two I've tested, I've tried them, I have them, they both work. Next one, let's go designer, Abercrombie and Fitch. This is Authentic Night. I have talked about this fragrance on this channel a bunch of times just because it works. If it didn't work, I wouldn't really recommend, obviously, I wouldn't come here and lie to you. Point is this fragrance has something inside of it that really makes it interesting. It has that, the original fierce DNA mixed with some kind of like a green edge, like rhubarb this has. And it genuinely pulls actual compliments more than once from total strangers for me. And as you can see, like I put like quite a dent into this bottle. I have a lot of fragrances. This shows. I still believe this is the best offering right now from the house of Abercrombie and Fitch. Give it a try, and most often time you can find it on the cheap. I got mine around like $40. Yeah. So if you find it, do not hesitate. Get this one. It's awesome. Gets the job done, and it can work, all year round, as long as you're a little bit heavy on the trigger in winter. In winter, it doesn't have, like that boldness, I want to say, the density to cut through the cold. But every other season, absolute superstar. I love this fragrance so much, and you gotta give it a try. Let's go niche next. Here I have Adam and Eve's dress from Lorenzo Pazzaglia's house. This thing is this thing is a design is specific to this fragrance and this fragrance only. It's a fig forward fragrance. It's very green, extremely green. And the idea behind this is to just imagine and reimagine essentially all the assets and the elements of a fig tree, from its milk to its branches to the leaves to everything about the fig is kind of defined in here, as of course the fragrance develops. If you like fig, and you had, of course, there's so many alternatives to this fragrance. There's so many fig forward fragrances on the market. You have Philosophy from Diptyque. You have Infusion de Fig from Prada. Excellent offerings as well. But this one, to me, is the best green fragrance I have in my collection. I'm a big fan of green fragrances. This one specifically, I believe, gets the job extremely well done. I just enjoy this scent a lot. So Adam and Eve's dress from Lorenzo Pazzaglia. Fig tree, reimagined from top to bottom. Fantastic offering. We have 9 p.m. from Afnan. Yes, it's been out for a while. Pulls compliments. This scent is fantastic. It is a very good clone of Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male. Everyone knows that. The only difference is that it replaces that pear with apple. However, it's not like a sharp synthetic apple. It's not like that citrusy kind of apple that so many fragrances have, like Yves Saint Laurent EDP that has that sharp green apple, which I absolutely hate. This one has that very soft, creamy opening with apple around its edges. Man, it's probably like in the top 3 clones ever made. I haven't smelled all the clones, of course, but this is great. It's just fantastic. It does a very good job at emulating that feeling that Ultramall gives you. Pulls huge compliments. Women love this DNA a lot. If you want a genuine compliment puller without spending a lot. If you like a real compliment puller without spending a fortune, this is your jam. It's fantastic for all season, all occasion. A little bit light in the summer, but hey, it just gets the job done. And you can get like 100 ml with a very nice presentation, heavy cap, very heavy cap, and of course the classic 9 p.m. And it's tried and tested. This DNA works. So if you're a younger guy, especially, you're looking for a cheap cologne that is like 100 milliliters. You can use it all the time. Get this, use it. It's just, I love this fragrance so much. It's awesome. Now, obviously, when you talk compliments, I got to include an Acqua di Giò. I decided to go with the Parfum. At the moment, this is probably the best offering from the line, especially after the latest elixir. I was a little bit disappointed. Profondo EDT is not bad, but this one, I guess, is their best offering. And obviously, it's like a successor to Profumo, which of course makes it even stronger. Classic Acqua di Giò, a little bit denser, a little bit heavier. It doesn't have that incense that, you know, Profumo had. There's no incense in here, but I mean, as a note, there is not. But I get something close to that. It has that, you know, dark green edge to it. Some kind of like a, how say, like a mossy feeling to it, but in like the darkest way possible. And because it's an Acqua di Giò, I don't need to say anything. It just pulls compliments. Oopsie. Just pulls compliments. If you want compliments and you want them, you know, very effortless, all season, all occasion, just buy an Acqua di Giò. Get this one. Go crazy on the trigger. People will love this. People have loved this for 20 years. It does work. So some of the fragrances, obviously, they are not complicated. I mean, it's not like they're basic. I'm just saying that they've been around so long that everyone knows about them, but they still work. So if you want like easy compliments, get a very popular DNA and then essentially roll with it. You can get this one, you can get Sauvage, you can get Bleu de Chanel, whatever. This is one of those fragrances that it works, and it genuinely does work. So no hesitation. You want compliments, get an Acqua di Giò. And especially if you're new to fragrances, you gotta get one of these. I mean, if you have a huge collection, obviously. Thank you for watching the video, but if you're new to collecting, this is one of the first fragrances you gotta get, actually. I reckon. It's awesome. I don't know, pulls compliments, does everything correctly, so why not? Unsolicited compliments are rare. Generally, compliments come from people who know you, who love you, work with you, whatever. But if a stranger stops you one day while you're wearing these fragrances, you're doing something correctly, and of course, people love these. But again, if strangers don't pay attention, that doesn't mean they did not get a whiff. That means they just didn't approach you, because that comes off as a little bit weird. So do not worry about compliments. They roll in once you start wearing your fragrances correctly. Of course, not all the time, but hopefully you can pull one or two. Again, as a collector, I don't buy fragrances for compliments alone. I love to get, you know, the occasional compliment, but it's generally not one of my main concerns. Shouldn't be yours either. Fragrances are beautiful. We wear them for ourselves. They're awesome. But as I said, if you want compliments, these have a very high chance of getting one for you. If you've gotten a compliment from any of these fragrances, drop them in the comment section. Subscribe if you're new. Helps the channel grow. And of course, I can bring more fragrances to you guys. Till next time, have a good one.